guys, welcome to SCHMOEDOWN Tea Time. Today we are breaking down the doubleheader video of the Intergeekdom match between Brandon Hanna and Emily Rose Jacobson and the teams match between Shazam, the newly announced team with William the Beast Bibiani and Brendan Meyer, and they will be playing the Scream Queens. I'm so excited for both of these matches, so let's just get right into it because I cannot wait. I love pretty much all of the competitors playing in this video, and I could not be more excited. Starting off with the Intergeekdom match, we have Brandon Hanna following his win in the four-way when he beat Chance Allison, Keaton Markey, and Chandru Dandapani, and Emily is coming off of a win as well with her match against Winston Marshall. Brandon did so good in the four-way. I feel like it's not being talked about enough, and I feel like he is going to be such a strong competitor in this season and especially next season in the Intergeekdom League. And even though Emily does have a win, it was a very low scoring win. If you compare Emily's win to Brandon's, the scoring of the match that required a win was a lot lower. I feel like Emily was somewhere in the single digits, and that's okay. It was her first match, and it was just a good debut, and maybe she's feeling a lot more confident, maybe she has more training under her belt, but just based off of what I have seen, I would definitely predict that Brandon is going to be the winner because of the way that he handled himself playing against three other people versus how Emily played in her just one match against Winston Marshall. I haven't started the match yet, but I feel like that might be the feeling going into it, is that oh, Brandon is just gonna totally wipe the floor with her. And I don't want to say that because, I feel like she wouldn't be getting another match if she had totally just and she literally won. She's 1-0. I don't know why I'm talking about her she lost by so much, because she didn't. She won. But I just think comparing her win to Brandon's, you would just assume that Brandon would be the winner. And, I am in the Hitman fan club or whatever, but I would definitely assume that Brandon would win as well. But I don't want to also put Emily totally down because that's just rude. So I'm hoping both players do well, but I'm especially rooting for Brandon Hanna, and I'm hoping he gets a win under his belt so that he can continue to make his way for the Intergeekdom belt. I just used the word belt 2 times in a sentence. I do want Brandon to win, and I am going to predict that, but I definitely am not going to discount Emily Rose Jacobson.
What is the subtitle of 1989's Star Trek V?
It is The Final Frontier. Does Emily have it?
The Final Frontier.
Yes, she does. She even put the Roman numeral for 5. Who plays Alfred Pennyworth in the Christopher Nolan Batman films?
Michael Caine.
And does Brandon have a better impression than that?
Michael Caine.
What is Sam's last name in the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Gamgee.
It is Gamgee. Does Emily have it?
Gamgee.
They even spelled it right. In what MCU film does Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton / Hawkeye first appear?
The Avengers.
It is not the Avengers. Does Brandon have it?
It's Thor.
He
does have it.
And he takes the first lead.
The first Ghost Rider film starring Nicolas Cage was released in what year?
Is it 2008?
That is incorrect. He was off by a year. Does Emily have it?
2003.
2007. Name the caretaker of Hogwarts who patrols hallways looking for misbehaving students with his cat.
That's Filch, and his cat's name is Mrs. Norris.
Oh, God. Yep.
Wow. Sure.
Brandon Hanna, did he have it?
It's Mr. Filch to you.
It is Mr. Filch. We also would have accepted Danielle Radford for that answer.
In Justice League, which hero does Diana try to locate in hopes of bringing them on to the team?
Cyborg.
That is correct. Does Emily have it?
Cyborg.
She also has Cyborg. In Rogue One, a Star Wars story, what is the name of the planet that the Empire is removing the Kyber crystals from?
It's not right, Batu.
It is not Batu. Does Brandon have it?
It's Jeddah.
It is, in fact,
He
Jeddah.
does have it. Who plays Colonel Stars and Stripes in Kick-Ass 2?
Chuck Norris.
I was supposed to go to Brandon, so let's see if Brandon has it.
It's Jim Carrey.
He does!
There it is.
In the Harry Potter films, what is Mr. Weasley's first name?
It's Arthur.
It is Arthur. Does Emily have it?
Robert.
She went Robert. That is incorrect.
So, going into round 2, the score is 9-5 with Brandon in the lead. I feel like Emily's still trying to get her groove going in the Schmoedown, and she definitely proved that. I mean, if she got 5 in the first round, she's only 3 points away from her personal record. And there's no shade in that sentence, but you can already tell she's starting to improve a lot more versus when we saw her last time.
All right, here it comes. An opponent's choice lurking on there. He has spun Middle Earth.
Earth.
He's keeping
Keeping
Middle Earth.
it. All right.
Theodred.
Give the man 2 points. What is the answer to the first riddle Gollum asks Bilbo in The Unexpected Journey? A, time, B, teeth, C, wind, or D, eggs? 2,
Eggs.
1. That is incorrect for a big 1-point steal. Does Emily have it?
Is it B, teeth?
It is not teeth either. Time, teeth, wind, eggs. It was wind. What does Boromir consider the ring to be during the Council of Elrond?
A gift.
It is, and that's 2 points. What was the evil entity referred to that haunted the ruins of Dol Guldur in the Hobbit films?
The Necromancer.
2 more points for Brandon Hanna. Name the Gondorian city that Denethor sends Faramir to retake from the orcs.
Osgiliath.
Yeah, 2 points. That's the one no-no, and it's getting close to that. Ooh,
Ooh, Star Trek.
She's going to keep
She's
Star
going to
Trek.
take it. All right. All right. In Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, representatives from the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and what third species meet on Nimbus 3?
The Romulan. Or Romulans.
That is correct. In Star Trek IV, you happy?
Yeah.
The voyage home, what kind of animal pair is the crew tasked to save?
The humpback whales.
That is correct. In Star Trek Insurrection, what is the name of the alien race that Data is observing before he malfunctions? Is it A, Baku? Is it B, Evora? Is it C, Sona? Or is it D, Gorin?
A, Baku.
That is correct. This actress played James Kirk's mother in 2009's Star Trek. Is it A, Alice Eve, B, Jennifer Morrison, C, Winona Ryder, or D, Rachel Nichols?
B.
That is correct. In Star Trek Beyond, what is the name of the crashed Starfleet ship that Jayla uses to make her makeshift home? Is it A, the USS Maru, B, the USS Kelvin, C, the USS Vengeance, or D, the USS Franklin?
B, the USS Kelvin.
Finally, this is a multiple choice question.
It's the USS Franklin.
It is
That
the
is
USS
correct.
Franklin.
So, following round 2, both players had such a good round 2. We saw Brandon taking Middle Earth, which I feel like is hit or miss for Inner Geekdom players. I feel like it's not always the one that people know very well. We see a lot in the Inner Geekdom League that we have people who love Marvel and DC and Star Wars and assume Middle Earth and Star Trek are just gonna get swept under the rug and they won't be asked those questions. So to see him do so well with Middle Earth proves that maybe he doesn't have any weaknesses and he has just been studying a lot where, he can get any category and not have to respin because he'll do fine with anything. And the same kind of goes with Emily. She did so well with Star Trek, which is another category that a lot of people spin away from or not do as well as. So it was such a good round 2 for both the players, but Brandon does have a very big lead against Emily.
In Star Trek Beyond, which crew member has a husband and daughter shown briefly at Starbase Yorktown?
Commander Sulu.
2 points
That's
for
2
Emily
points.
Rose. Which actor appears as a villain in both the DCEU and the X-Men universe?
I can't remember the actor's name, but is it the actor that plays General Zod?
I couldn't give you those points, even if it was correct. You were thinking Michael Shannon. We were looking for Danny Houston. What Queen song is playing during the superpower testing montage in Shazam?
It's Don't Stop Me Now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 18.
Yes! Which actress plays Lady Sif in Thor?
Oh, no, he's going to the clipboard.
I hate this. I don't usually judge competitors, but I
I believe
don't
he's
like
crossing a name.
a name out.
It's Jamie Alexander.
And your winner, Brandon, the Hitman Hanna.
And he almost fell. He's
Got
not,
Jamie
turns out, not
Alexander
working.
right.
Still working.
He crossed Emily Rose's name off his hit list.
Brandon won. I am so excited for him. Now he is 2-0, but Emily did so good. I feel like now she proved that she is worthy of being like as good as like a Chandru, and like she was able to go toe to toe with Brandon. And you know, following her first match, I would not have been able to say that about her. And so I'm excited to see what she is going to do and if she's going to like reveal anything about her future with the SCHMOEDOWN. But overall, I'm very excited for Brandon and to see what he's going to do, because now he's 2-0. I feel like he's just very entertaining to watch, even though he just kind of has like a chiller vibe to him. And, you know, I'm excited to see what he's going to say in the post-game interview.
Listen, when a name gets added to my hit list, it gets crossed off. I already crossed Chandru's name off my list. I want a new challenge. Bring on Jared.
I see. So you're all Habon on this upcoming match then.
I mean, I'll win either way, but yeah.
So Brandon is going to play the winner of Jared Habon versus Chandru Dandapani. I am going to predict that Chandru is going to beat Jared. Jared hasn't competed this season, and he was a very strong competitor last season, but people like Brandon Hanna and Kevin Smets have completely changed the league and have made it harder for someone like a Jared to just like casually come in and be like, I love geeky movies, like, let me walk up. It's like, no, now you have to, like, be studying and, like, you know, be watching these movies, like, in your sleep to do well. So I'm interested to see if Jared is going to be, like, coming in and, like, having more knowledge that he didn't have before, or if he's just going to continue to have, like, kind of the base knowledge that he had last year, or at least that was my interpretation of, like, what he brought to the SCHMOEDOWN Inner Geekdom League. I feel like Chandru's definitely practicing a lot more. But that being said, if Chandru won, I would definitely predict that Brandon would beat Chandru again. I know I'm like probably a little biased, but I would think that he would beat him again.
We need some new blood in the Horsemen, and Bateman speaks highly of you. So, kid, I'm here
My God.
to offer you a spot in the Horsemen. What do you say, man?
You know, John, I've been waiting for you to ask me that for a long time.
Yeah?
Oh my God. Brandon Hanna is going to be in the Five Horsemen? I'm like shook. Like, I know that makes sense because he comes from like action industries and like he has worked with Ben Bateman before. But like now the Five Horsemen have Brandon Hanna as a member, and oh my God, this is so exciting for like just everyone involved. I feel like this makes a lot of sense for the Five Horsemen. They don't really have an Inner Geekdom player, especially following the loss of Jason Inman from the stable, like their actual horses. And Brandon is the perfect person to do that. And it just, oh my God. I thought that Brandon was not going to be in a faction. I had watched him on Call to Action and then he was like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Like, I'm just the hitman. But, like, oh my God, he is in the Five Horsemen. Like, let's just, okay. Well, this isn't even, like, interesting to watch, I'm sure, because it's literally just me fangirling over him. So we're gonna get into the match now. But, oh my God, that is, like, major T. So now we have Scream Queens versus Shazam. This is Shazam's debut, obviously following the breakup of Critically Acclaimed, and now William Bibiani and Brendan Meyer are a team, and the Scream Queens who debuted last year. I think they're 2-1 right now, but I feel like that is not being talked about enough, that the Scream Queens were just as close to the championship belt as the Odd Couple were. And I feel like they definitely could have handled themselves in Chicago if they were given the chance. And they're an underrated team, so I wouldn't go into this match assuming Shazam is going to be the winner, just because as much as the chemistry is already there between the kid and William Bibiani, they haven't played in a match before, and they might have different playing styles that we don't notice as viewers. I wouldn't totally assume that they're going to be this amazing team right off the bat. I really hope they do, because I really enjoy William Bibiani and the kid. Again, I'm not going to totally assume that they are going to be this like amazing team just like in their first match. I feel like this is just such an evenly matched match, because Scream Queens is strong, but they once again need to prove themselves as even stronger, because I feel like right now they're in the middle range and they need to prove they're up here, and I feel like automatically Shazam is like middle range just based off of what we know with these players, and now like whoever wins today is going to be kind of like going towards the like top tier of teams. And that being said, I cannot wait to continue this match, and also I'm still shook because Brandon Hanna is in the Five Horsemen. So let's watch this match.
Who played the lead in the 1995 action thriller Sudden Death?
Bruce Willis?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
Mr. Willis.
Kurt Russell?
Incorrect. We're 0 for 2.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
We got a point on the board, Scream Queens.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, although really it was Powers Booth's movie,
Which MCU actor plays the jerk Ian in the film Weird Science?
Robert Downey Jr.?
Bob Downey Jr.
Horrible
correct.
handwriting, but he got it just in the nick of time. Does Haley have it?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes,
That's
she
right.
does.
That would be Mr. Downey Jr.
Yes.
Robert.
Bibiani's- And does Kaylin have it?
Robert Downey Jr., I was in a hurry.
I mean, our.
Let me see it.
Unfortunately, I can't give you the point. You got to write down the full name.
In what film directed by Denis Villeneuve do Hugh Jackman and Terrence Howard portray neighbors whose daughters are kidnapped?
Prisoners?
That is correct. Tied up.
Prisoners.
We got a lead.
Does Kaylin have it?
Prisoners?
We
He
got it.
does.
Prisoners.
And
We
the
got
kid
it.
has
5-4
as well.
lead.
What is the name of the character who provides advice through the line, just keep swimming, just keep swimming?
After searching my brain, I think I was finally able to find Dory.
Oh,
I see what you
that's
did
right.
there, and you are correct. Does Kaylin have Dory as well?
Dory.
She does.
Dory.
The kid
Dory.
also has Dory and Haley.
Dory.
All right, we
right.
got a 7-6 game. 7-6 game. What is the name of Orlando Bloom's character in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
William?
We can accept William.
What's up, William?
Turner?
Yep.
We will accept Will Turner.
I said Will.
Will's
Yep.
good.
Will Turner.
Will
That's
Turner.
right.
Name the 2014 Seth Rogen comedy that had a sequel titled Sorority Rising.
Neighbors.
That's correct.
Neighbors?
That's correct.
Neighbors, and he's a stoner, so I drew a joint.
That's a good joint.
It's a good joint. Does
Kaylin?
Kaylin have it?
I do not.
She did not. Jack Torrance and his family become the unwitting recipients of ghostly terror at what hotel in The Shining?
The Overlook Hotel?
That's correct. Absolutely.
The Overlook.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is. Does Kaylin have it?
Overlook Hotel?
Yes, she
All
does.
right.
Overlook.
And the
All
kid.
right, look at this.
What film released in 1999 won Best Picture at the Academy Awards?
American Beauty.
That is correct, sir. We got a perfect round from
Come
William.
on, perfect round.
And
Thank you.
does Kaylin have it?
American Beauty.
That
she
is
does.
correct. Keep and pace. The kid.
American Beauty.
Oh, look at
Didn't
58.
get it written down in time.
Oh! In the film First Man, who plays Buzz Aldrin?
Miles Teller.
Looking for Corey Stoll.
Corey Stoll. Corey Stoll.
So going into round 2, the score is 15-12 with William Bibiani leading the pack. He got a perfect round. Haley Fouch was really close. Scream Queens is not winning, but they are not losing by a lot. And that was so obvious. Like, why am I saying it like it was a hot take? Okay, anyway, now it's going to be an interesting round 2 because we're going to get to see Shazam like work together for the first time. And, I'm excited to see if Scream Queens gets a good category because they're not losing by a lot. And I feel like they definitely have an opportunity to take the lead depending on the category.
That's right. Well, Godzilla very tired after fighting off the likes of-
Directors. Do you want to take that or spin again?
Yes.
They're taking it.
Taking
They're
directors,
taking
Ken.
it. Who directed the Russell Crowe starring martial arts movie, The Man with the Iron Fists?
RZA?
That's correct, yeah. Absolutely. What was the directorial debut of Guy Ritchie? A. Snatch, B. Layer Cake, C. Rock and Rolla, D. Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. That is correct. Lock, stock, 2 Smoking Barrels.
We're tied, Ken.
Who directed 2018's Won't You Be My Neighbor? A. Amy Berg. B. Morgan Neville. C. Joe Berlinger. D. Morgan Spurlock.
B.
Morgan Neville, that is correct.
Wow.
A point. Who directed A Quiet Place?
John Krasinski.
That's correct for 2 points. Who directed the 2008 comedy Pineapple Express? A. David Gordon Green. B. Michel Gondry. C. Peter Segal. D. Martin McDonough.
David Gordon Green.
That is correct for a point. David O. Russell received his first Best Director Oscar nomination for which film? A. American Hustle. B. Three Kings. C. Silver Linings Playbook. D. The Fighter.
The Fighter.
That's correct for a point.
And we're looking at maybe the 2000s.
2000s in the year 2000.
The
Yeah.
Hyatt at this conference.
Oh, they're
Okay.
going to take it. They're going to take the 2000.
Take it. Who stars as Will Smith's gossip columnist love interest in 2005's Hitch?
Ava Mendes.
2 points.
That's correct, 2 points.
In the 2006 comedy Click, Adam Sandler finds a remote capable of controlling time and space while shopping at what retail store?
Bed Bath & Beyond, specifically the Beyond section.
I was going to
That's
say,
right.
what Academy Award-winning actress played Cherry in 2006's Beer Fest?
4.
Monique.
2
Wow.
points.
2 points. In The Hurt Locker, who plays Jeremy Renner's ex-wife, Connie?
Evangeline Lilly?
That is correct for 2 points. In Land of the Lost, what Cher song do Will Ferrell and Danny McBride sing together while touching the vibrating crystal? A, Believe. B, If I Could Turn Back Time. C, Strong Enough. Or D, All or Nothing.
We're going to go with A.
Do you believe in life after love after love?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays a gay bodyguard by the name of Elliot Wilhelm in which 2005 crime comedy?
Be Cool.
2 points.
Following round 2, the score is now 26-20. Shazam had a very good second round. The chemistry is really there. I know I was like, we don't know, but like now it just like makes sense, and it feels like William Bibiani is like the most in his element with Brendan Meyer. It like, even though like obviously Whitney Seibold, like I listen to the critically acclaimed podcast and like Canceled Too Soon and stuff, and they have such good chemistry, but like William Bibiani just seems like prime William Bibiani in the SCHMOEDOWN with Brendan Meyer, and it's like kind of like adorable to watch them like just work together. But Scream Queens, I feel like they kind of got screwed over with Charlize Theron. They did well with what they could, and you know, they do have a chance to pull out a win if they do very well and Shazam does really bad, but I don't think Shazam's going to do bad anytime soon. So let's get into round 3.
Cameron Diaz was nominated for a Golden Globe in this 2001 Cameron Crowe film.
I do not have that.
And looking for Vanilla Sky. Vanilla
Vanilla
Sky.
Sky.
The Leslie Nielsen film Wrongfully Accused is a spoof of what 90s film? 2.
Pelican Brief.
And your winners by TKO, William the Beast Viviani, Brendan the Kid Meyer, Shazam! We're
And
looking for The Fugitive.
Fugitive.
The Fugitive was the answer.
So Shazam pulled out the win. I'm very excited for them. Like I said, following round 2, their chemistry is like undeniable at this point, and I'm excited to see if now they qualify for the teams tournament, because they could definitely like pull out like a, I don't think they would be totally underdogs because William Bibiani is a former champion and Brendan is a strong competitor, but I feel like they could do so well and get to the finals and possibly a belt. Like, that is like me just like thinking like final scenario, but like they are capable of it. And even though this is like their debut, they proved that they are a very strong team. And like, just based off the chemistry they have after one match, imagine once they have multiple matches of experience. Like, they are going to be so good. And I'm very sad for Scream Queens, but I feel like they just keep getting in these matches where they keep losing by like this much, or keep losing by like they're not getting creamed by any of these very good players. They're just losing to them, and I would love to see them get more wins, because I think they could even be a championship team if they get more experience one day. I would say that's not going to happen anytime soon, but they definitely could be a championship caliber team.
I have been wanting to chillax here at the SCHMOEDOWN for a long time, and it's really great to be on that page and to just have a good time playing the game, not worry about these nonsense intimidation tactics, and just try to make the SCHMOEDOWN a more positive place. What do you think, Brendan?
I absolutely agree.
Okay, so the post-game interviews, I feel like I'm psychic because, like, that was literally, like, what I was saying before. But, like, William Bibiani and Brendan Meyer were so adorable. Just, like, the admiration they have for each other. Like, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that. No, actually we have. We've seen that with the Shire Wolves. Like, rest in peace, Shire Wolves. I feel like this is going into a new phase of the SCHMOEDOWN. I feel like I did just mention, like, rest in peace, Shire Wolves. We've seen players kind of retire just because of the mental strain it has on people. I feel like this new phase could enter the SCHMOEDOWN of, like, yes, you're going to have your heels and the people who take it very seriously and the people who are very intense and study a lot. But, you know, just to, like, see William and Brendan having, like, the most fun was just really exciting to watch, and it can kind of, like, bring back that, like, the SCHMOEDOWN, like, not that I hate the new SCHMOEDOWN with, like, how everyone studies. I'm not saying that at all, because it makes for very entertaining matches, but it can kind of remind people of the SCHMOEDOWN, like, from, like, 2016, 2017, that, like, we all fell in love with, and, like, the SCHMOEDOWN of, like, it's just people who are testing their knowledge of film trivia. And so this made me really excited. I'm very happy that William is happy with Brendan as his new partner. I'm excited to see him play against Whitney Seibold and his new partner. That will be, like, such major tea. Like, that episode will just be tea. And that is it for today's SCHMOEDOWN Tea Time. I would definitely say the biggest tea moment was Brandon Hanna joining the freaking 5 Horsemen. I'm really excited for him because I feel like he is definitely going to be a classic SCHMOEDOWN character. Like, this is just the beginning for him. And Brandon joining the 5 Horsemen is just, like, cementing his legacy that he, like, literally has just started. So that is the major tea moment of this episode. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, where I do reaction threads to all the SCHMOEDOWN live events, and I tweet about the SCHMOEDOWN, like, very frequently. So yeah, be sure to check out all my socials. Maybe comment how far you think Shazam is gonna get in the tournament. I think they would make it to the finals at this point. I don't know if that's just me, like, speaking too soon, but I think they can make it to the finals. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.